Carl, you said up there that you feel that on your day you're still the best featherweight in the world. Who are numbers 2 and 3 and why?
Well, I'll tell you, I wouldn't at this point in time. I'll be respectful to the champions, so I'll not put myself as the number 1. I would say, in terms of what he's done, Leo Santa Cruz number 1. I would say, flick of a coin between Valdez and Gary Russell. And then I would say Warrington is number 4, and that's not being disrespectful. But so they're the champions, so they're 1, 2, 3, and 4. But I beat them all on my day.
And you've mentioned there that Warrington doesn't rank quite as highly, in your opinion, as the other champions. Why do you think that is, and why not fight one of them instead? Was it just not an option?
Well, we're with the same promoter, so it was an easier fight to make, and it was difficult enough to get fights with the other guys. Valdez obviously with the injury, Santa Cruz is I don't really know what he's at these days, and Gary Russell fights once every year and a half even. Flip me, but this was the easiest fight to make, and I was happy to take it.
Carl, when we get this close to fight night, everyone's looking at who's got an advantage, who's going to win, who's going to lose. Does it surprise you when the questions around you are whether you're past your peak? Is that surprising for you to hear?
Doesn't surprise me, but I think it's unjust. I think that there's no real evidence to back it up, and I think that as a featherweight, you could have had the question about me fading as a super bantamweight, but not as a featherweight. I was in 2 wars with Leo Santa Cruz, the highest work rate in boxing, and I stayed with him both times. Then I came back and had a fight against Horacio Garcia, where I gassed, and I'll openly admit it, I gassed in that fight. But it was a 6-week training camp with a new team after a 4-day bender in Las Vegas as well. So that's probably where the question marks are coming from. But when you really think about it sensibly, I think it's unjust.
At this stage of your career, is it a must-win fight?
Yeah, they're all must-win. So yeah, I'm fully focused on winning this fight.
And you've mentioned in the past that you've fallen out of love with the sport and back in with it. What was the turning point? What's reignited that fire?
Linking up with my new team, Jimmy Moore, Nigel Travis, all the lads in the gym, Frank as well, and MTK. Things have went smoothly. So yeah, all that combined really, and I'm enjoying it. I genuinely am enjoying boxing, which is something, even though it's a sport I was doing since I was a kid, I never enjoyed it as a pro. Always felt like a slog, and it felt like a job. I was doing it because I had to, and it was the only way I could earn a living. But now I'm earning a living, and I'm enjoying it, so it's all good.
And what's going to be
What's that?
And what's going to be the deciding factor, the key reason as to the outcome of the fight on Saturday night?
I'm the better fighter, and I intend to prove it. So that's it. I'm not going to predict any sort of method of victory. If it takes 12 hard, grueling rounds, I'm prepared for that. But also, I think that his style plays into my hands, and I have the power to take him out.
Just one from me. It's taken 2 years, obviously, to get back on the world stage. Do you ever doubt that this would be the case?
No, I never doubt it. I always have complete self-belief, and I knew that I'd get there. And I think I've went round the houses to get here. You unify against Quigg, you beat Santa Cruz, and then you lose to Santa Cruz. I should have been walking straight back into a world title fight, but it's taken me a cancelled fight and 3 other fights to get here, so I'm not going to let anyone rip it away from me. But I've always had that belief that I'll get back to the top, and it starts by beating Josh on Saturday night.
Do you think that you stayed at the world level by fighting the likes of Niniyo?
Yeah, of course. The comeback fight with Garcia, not the highest level of fighter in the world, but who's a big lump, big boy, and he pushed me hard. But Denair is a quality fighter, and you seen what he done against Brando. There was obviously a bit of unfortunate with Burnett's injury, but Denair was looking good at that fight. And Luke Jackson, you know, without disrespecting him, for Windsor Park, I wanted it to be a big opponent, and ideally it would have been for a world title. It would have been Josh or Selby, the winner of that fight, but it wasn't to be, and it was Luke Jackson. But I'm ready. I'm ready for these boys. I'm ready to beat all the top featherweights in the world, and that includes Josh.